This is a reading for you. It is not tied to a zodiac sign nor a timeline. The intention is, if you come across this reading, it should benefit you in some way. That being said, let's get started. You are represented by the Ace of Pentacles. You have a tremendous amount of potential or are very focused on an opportunity. I think you're interested in seeing how far you can grow. You know, sort of allowing yourself to be your best self. You have recognition or victory on your mind in some kind of way. You could be feeling a lot more confident, a lot more seen, even celebrated, or at least this is what you sort of aspire to, or just a level of success. And this can be on a grand scale or a small scale. You know, whatever your accomplishments are, it's kind of, you know, unique to you. And so I think that you also are probably in a cycle of healing. A lot of this energy, to me, it kind of talks about taking power back for yourself and, you know, nurturing yourself, where as before, I think you maybe found yourself in a hurry through situations, or like getting into things too fast, or approaching things in sort of this tireless way that maybe left you feeling run down, for one, but also maybe got you involved in situations and relationships that weren't really good for you. You are crossed with the Queen of Cups, so I do think that there is sort of, you know, someone crossing you that is maybe emotionally attached, or you just have emotional investment in what you're doing. I do not see this as a relationship spread, really. If anything, you're probably leaving behind relationships, because there's the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups. So this would be sort of a successful completion, a celebrating the end of a chapter, you know, going from sort of this brutal, overwhelming feeling of defeat even to celebration. And this all comes with the Judgment, due to your clarity. It's stepping into your new life. It's stepping into your new chapter. It is your evolution, and by God, you're determined, because in your perspective, there's the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is highly motivated to build something for yourself. This is highly motivated to stand out in your work. This is highly motivated to overcome any obstacles that stand in your way in order to basically build and complete this foundation for yourself. You could be very social as well. And so about the disconnecting from relationships or this sort of emotional attachment, you could have someone feeling kind of bitter, or who is very focused on sort of their wounds, or clarify. Yeah, there's some pain around relationships there, maybe. And they might just be sort of focused on that right now. But in a way, it kind of suggests that this is justice, because, you know, the way this outcome comes out, it's almost like regret, anxiety with the Justice here, and, you know, it's flopped like this. So it's almost like you have your back turned to this, and you're just focusing on building the future ahead. You're no longer zeroed in on what has gone wrong, or where maybe you've made mistakes even, because, you know, whatever you've gone through here, it's not like there's not two sides, right? So maybe you've accepted a lot of your faults or your mistakes, but now you're choosing to grow and move past it. And, you know, that's where the difference is. You could be sort of taking a very balanced approach to choices. You may be sort of raising your standards as far as quality of relationships, quality of living, and sort of moving through any confusion. You're gaining a sense of certainty about yourself, and, you know, so things are basically turning around for the better. Let me pull an advice spread for you. Before I do that, I do want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all of the extended versions of these readings go, as well as other exclusive content and monthly art prints. It is a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. If you want to work with me on a one-on-one level, I do have options available for personal readings. in my shop. All of that stuff can be found in the description below. Also, definitely like, subscribe, share, all that stuff helps me and the channel greatly. So I appreciate you being here. All right, so advice. Make any communications, due to choices you make or whatever, make them probably sooner than later and with a sense of self-assurance and belief in yourself. Because there's maybe some relationships or people you're connected to that are ultimately not good for you or not serving you or even harming you in some way. And you're crossed with the Empress. So there's endless potential here with something or with someone. And so if behind you this is sort of like holding on or waiting around or knowing that things will improve one day, but that just sort of turns into bitterness and stagnancy. You're sort of being advised to focus on your groundedness or your stability within yourself, or maybe even your resources. So, take action on that with confidence, because, there's this Hierophant. So the Hierophant can represent institutions, it can represent platforms, it can represent someone with authority, or even religion, or anything like that, higher education. And so you're very motivated to, rise to the occasion of this Hierophant, or to evolve into this Hierophant, or to overcome yeah, I think a lot of this is about overcoming self-doubt, overcoming feeling like there's nothing better ahead, or just limiting yourself. And the thing is you have the answers, right? Because I think you're leaving behind this sense of being stuck in the past, or possibly, this is not for most of you, but possibly reforming a marriage or something like that. I could see that. However, if that was the case, I would say there definitely needs to be some major discussion and, repairing of dynamics and so on. But you're represented by the Emperor, so follow your passions and have discipline and authority with yourself. Allow yourself to obtain whatever it is that you truly seek here. And the outside influence, this emotional connection, it seems to be coming in kind of quickly maybe. So, just make sure you're sure of everything, and make sure that you're balancing out your time and your energy and your resources well. Don't overextend yourself, don't overspend, don't give to people when you really should be focused on building yourself right now. And so there's information or communication that is going to come in possibly slowly, and it will sort of require a massive decision that either takes you this way or this way. So that's why this sense of self-assurance, self-awareness, and understanding of what you want is so important, because when these decisions do inevitably come, you'll be ready for them. So I'm going to take this to the extended on my Patreon. If you want to join us there, amazing. If not, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great day.